I'll share a brief anecdote because I think it illuminates a lot of what's happening, even in places far away from the Gulf, as I don't really think of oil as an Afghan issue, but it is. So those trucks are driven by Afghan truck drivers, and they're full of American fuel bound for American bases. To get to those American bases, they've got to pass through Taliban-controlled territory on Taliban roads. Because especially in 2005, when I was there today, we don't simply have enough troops to secure every inch of road in Afghanistan, even as vital as it is to our own troops. And so most of the time, those convoys will pass through a Taliban cell's checkpoint. And the Taliban guys will roll up to the door of the truck with an AK-47 and say, you know that money they just gave you to drive that fuel to base? How about you give us like 3/4 of that? And they all do it because they don't want to die. So they hand over the money. And then they continue to the US base. Two things happen at that point. The fuel goes mostly actually into US generators, just to power the base itself. But a small fraction of that fuel goes into the gas tanks of armored Humvees and other vehicles so they can go patrol the same roads. Meanwhile, the Taliban cell takes the money, the truck driver, and goes and buys some explosives and makes a roadside bomb and put it in the road. So the American troops, us, we get in our Humvees with the